Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here. New Jersey Exposed. Today is September 3rd, 2023. Time is 2:57 p.m. Jersey time. Alright, well, you know, I'm always talking about, I keep saying that the #1 crime now across America committed by cops is child exploitation, sexual exploitation. Whether it's downloading or trading child pornography, kiddie porn, or trying to have sex with underage girls or boys. It's out of control across America. Nobody wants to talk about it. In fact, the only one talking about it is me. All the other auditors out there who are now starting to copy my format, which is doing stories about cops getting arrested, nobody's talking about that. But I talk about it, despite what the bootlickers and the badge bunnies and the blue willy gobblers have to say. I talk about it. They want to call me a cop hater, so be it, guilty as charged. If reading this means that. Okay, so this is right here in Monmouth County, which I always say is like ground zero for bad cops here in New Jersey. This came out of Manalapan Police Department. And let me say, Manalapan is a very well-to-do neighborhood. Has a very high, I want to say a large Jewish population over there, but you know, the houses are kind of spread out. It's a nice town. That's what I can tell you. It's a nice town. It isn't overdeveloped as of yet. So this happened on, this was put out on August 31st, 2023. New Jersey cops sent explicit messages to teen he met at community event, officials say. There it is. And the community event that they're doing was what do they call that? Night out on crime. What the hell was that? I'll read it. It's in the story here. Well, did I show this? See, there it goes. Okay, that's on NJ.com. Link will be in the description. A police officer was arrested on Wednesday on an allegation that he repeatedly sent inappropriate messages to a teenager he met at a community policing event, Monmouth County Prosecutor Raymond S. Santiago said. Kevin Rudisky, 46, a patrolman with the Manalapan Township Police Department, is accused of sending the 16-year-old girl sexually explicit messages and photos on social media after meeting her at the town's National Night Out event. That's what it was, National Night Out event. Now, I wasn't at that one. I went to Tinton Falls. I wish, you know, I look back, oh geez, I could have gone somewhere else that was better. Tinton Falls basically sucked, and really there's nothing going on, so I didn't really bother with the camera. I did get couple of cops come up and say, hey, I know you, that type of deal. And the ones that do know me go up and said hi. So you got National Night Out on Crime, which is about stopping crime, and here you got a cop out there, you know, as I always say, Captain Dick Johnson is at the helm, steering the ship into troubled waters. Okay, let's carry on. National Night Out is an annual community outreach event attended by law enforcement officers and bootlickers and Blue Line sympathizers around the country and local civilians. The national events website says it aims to make communities safe. I mean, come on. It makes communities safer and more caring places to live. Well, you want to make it safer? Get some of these cops off the streets. Rudisky, this is where he really gets in trouble now, folks. Rudisky was in his uniform when he met the girl at the event and let her sit in his patrol car. I wonder if he was sitting in the patrol car when she sat in the patrol car. Maybe they talked about the first thing that popped up, or I should say he talked about the first thing that popped up. He started contacting her on social media despite her repeated warnings about her age. Prosecutors said, even the girl knew, leave me alone, I'm not interested. You know, you got a girl that's 16, 17 years old. Says she's 16, but we talked about her drive. But anyway, you got a young teen here who comes out to National Night, sees the police car. Maybe she's a future badge bunny. Hopefully after this is all over, she'll want nothing to do with these creeps with the badges that go out after children. She wants to sit in the front seat of the police car instead of sitting in the back like most of us do. Some of us do anyway. And, you know, and next thing you know, he's getting her name and getting a hold of her phone number and bothering her. And what really gets me is he's texting her. He's trying to get her phone number. Anyway, let me carry on. I'm putting the carriage ahead of the horse here. He then pulled her over when she was driving on Route 9, unlawfully handcuffed her, and attempted to kiss her while his dash cam and body cam were turned off. So that's a departmental violation right there. He stops a motor vehicle and he's got his body cam off. The question is, did he call that motor vehicle stopping? That's a sworn member of law enforcement would begin to so egregiously violate the public's trust while in uniform, and an event specifically intended to strengthen trust between law enforcement and the public is, in a word, unconscionable, Santiago said, the prosecutor. Well, excuse me, had lunch. I'm always taken by when they say, we're shocked and disappointed. Well, apparently, I guess law enforcement doesn't watch the headlines either. Maybe they should start coming. I would tell everybody out there, suggest my Facebook page to law enforcement to go check so they can see what the bad cops in America are doing on a daily basis, because I am not shocked by any of this. I'm surprised he didn't rape her. Authorities have also alleged that the victim refused to give Radisky her address. She should have gone and told her parents. He unlawfully looked her up in a law enforcement database before parking his patrol vehicle outside the residence. So let me see. He asked for her phone number, her address, and then he gets a hold of the address and he parks out in front of the house. Okay, so now he's stalking her and harassing her. The men and women of Manalapan Township Police Department should be held to the highest moral and ethical standards. Well, I agree with that 100%. But how many times when they go to court are they held to a higher standard? Well, we know they're not. Unless they're doing like raping children or raping a woman, they really don't. They're not held to anything. They get special treatment every freaking time. This is held to highest moral and ethical standards, and it troubles me that the actions of one individual can stain the reputation of all of us. Well, it's not just one individual, it's the whole freaking orchard. Sometimes I just think these cops, law enforcement, they're like, I don't know, they're in an alternative world, aren't they? Something, I mean, it's like, and I say this because there's times when I say to some of my retired cop friends, I go, did you hear about this one? No, what happened? Did you hear about this one? No, what happened? I said, well, and they like shake their heads, and it's like, they're disgusted. Oh, okay, we are deeply saddened and sorry that this victim had her trust betrayed by a man wearing one of our uniforms. Radisky has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child, official misconduct, computer theft, hindering apprehension. Oh, hindering apprehension. So what did he do? He's lying? I wonder. Stalking and false imprisonment. He has also been suspended from his job without pay. Without pay. Hallelujah. He was being held in Manalapan County Correctional Institution. Following his arrest, was scheduled to appear in court on Thursday. Well, I checked the other day. I think it was Friday, maybe, or Thursday, and he wasn't in the pokey. So anyway, so it does a stop here. Let me. Manalapan Police Department is covering for him. Let me get to their Facebook page. Manalapan. Some pronounce it Manalapan, but it's Manalapan. Alright, we got the police department brought up. Here we go. So this is Manalapan Township Police Department's Facebook page. I encourage everybody to go to their Facebook page. You can copy the link for the story, the news report from NJ.com, and post it there and say, when do you plan to talk about this? Are you covering for him? So let's see. I haven't checked in a day or two, so let's see what's happening here. Okay, well, it looks like the last post that they have is on August 14th. And it just has to do, congratulations to Dan Curry, who was formerly sworn in as a lieutenant, along with Patrolman Matthew Swartz, who were sworn in as full-time officers. Good luck, and we wish you all a safe, rewarding career. As always, I always post there. And a big thank you to the taxpayers who are paying for their six-figure salary benefits and fourth upcoming pension. Okay, so let me see here. This is the last posting, so let me see what's on there. Well, there's my postings. I don't see any of your postings out there, people. So I put down there, by the way, when do you plan on announcing this? When, and if you do, I hope it's a nice long narrative like you do when you arrest people. You ever notice when they arrest somebody, they put like this 20-paragraph narrative, you know, how the officer bravely and through good police work and this, that, and the other thing, you know, they arrested somebody for having, you know, some stupid thing in the car, or maybe they didn't show up for court, some shit like that, because that's pretty much about the only thing they can catch. And they do it through motor vehicle stops. This is why police like to stop cars, because this is where, statistically speaking, they get the bulk of their arrests. They don't get it from intervening with crime that's taking place. So, and I also put on there, by the way, who's paying for this impending lawsuit? Because if I was the parent, I would go see a lawyer, and I would see about suing him. One, because they unlawfully stopped this girl, detained her, so that's a violation of her Fourth Amendment right. And then he went out there and he's trying to kiss on this girl, disgusting. He's 46 years old. He wants to sit there and kiss on a 16, 17-year-old girl. I mean, come on. What goes through the mind? Are they so narcissistic, egotistical, thinking that they are so great that some young teenage girl in high school wants to get with them? And let me also point out, he should be charged with stupidness because he sent a text message out with inappropriate things on it. He sent a picture, no doubt, probably him with his shirt off. Maybe he showed his little wiener to her or something. Who the hell knows? But he should be charged with stupidness. You know, I'm not advocating this kind of activity. Never have, never will. But it seems to me if you're going to do something stupid like that, you certainly don't send it through text messages and send pictures, because, you know, based on the stories I've been doing, it seems like that's what always catches them every time. The phone. The phone catches them every time. So I look on this posting you had here, and there's nothing. Absolutely. All it is congratulations. They're all blue gooing over these cops that got promoted. They got a picture of their dog here, this mutt. And everybody just thinks this mutt, you know, the cat's meow. And here, this is August 1st, where they have their little advertisement about National Night Out, anti-crime. Come on down, meet the officers, the brave heroes of our police department. Okay, so it's got 7 comments. Let's see. Oh, finally, we got someone in there who actually posted something. Edwin Adlerman, I don't know if that's a follower of mine, probably is. He says, sounds like it was a success for some of you, eh? No children should be within 1,000 feet of your child predator officers. And there he is. So let me give a big applause for Edwin Adlerman, who posted that. I'd like to see some more of those after I get done with this video and you see the video. And of course, what I put on here, when do you plan on announcing this? When, and if you do, I hope it's a nice long narrative, and I have back the blue on there. But the rest of the stuff here is, oh, one person here, Jennifer Jean, said, thank you so much. My almost 3-year-old son warmed up and spoke to a very nice officer. It made him so happy. So I responded, I hope it wasn't this office. Oh, I love it. You know, they use Facebook to promote their propaganda and their BS. So why not we exploit it just like they do? They put this crap out there, we respond to it, you know, nay or yay, whatever. some of the stuff they put out is alright, but most of the time it's all propaganda intended to manipulate the way you perceive them, because they're not willing. They're not willing, or they're not able to. Since they're all narcissists, I don't think they're able to, because they don't see themselves as being the problem. So what they do is they go out and they take pictures of them with little kids. This is what it is, pictures of little kids. And they do it because the lily whites eat this crap up. And they go, oh, look at the nice police officer. Yeah, nice police officer. And then he's out there trying to kiss on a 16-year-old. And I say police officer in general. So anyway, let me get back to where I was. Okay, and we'll close this up. Oh, come on. I don't know what I do. Oh, well. Anyway, so there you have it. You have a 46-year-old police officer by the name of Kevin Radisky, who was at National Night Out and used it as an opportunity to engage in underage sex, sexual harassment, stalking, bothering this poor girl. I wish this poor girl, I'll tell you, this is my message to the parent out there of that girl. You should come on social media and blast them. Just blast them. Come on there and say, this is what he did to my daughter. This is what we pay for. This is what's out there protecting and serving us. I think not. I'll put the link in the description. Let me know what you think about this. And again, if you really want to make a difference, instead of sitting there listening to my videos, reading my stories and shaking your head, yeah, that's right, John, that's disgusting. Do something about it, because a lot of you just sit there and read the stories and that's it. You shake your head, you put a comment how disgusting it is, and then you don't do nothing about it. You gotta take a chance. You gotta put your big boy, big girl pants on and go to their Facebook page and let them know how you feel. Because I'll tell you what, people, when you get a couple hundred postings on there badgering them and attacking them for the crap that they're doing, they pay attention to. This is one thing I noticed, that when the police departments across America start getting slammed for something that's stupid that they did or violated somebody's rights, they pay attention and they'll come on there and make a comment. The other thing that they do is they'll make it so you can't post comments anymore. I've learned that also myself. I've had a couple of police departments that have turned their comment section off on their Facebook page because, as we all know, the Blue Line Gang, the Blue Line Swine Gang, does not want to be held accountable. They don't want you to know the truth about them. They want you to follow the narrative that they give you. They want to manipulate your perception of them. And let me put my disclaimer. When I say Blue Line Swine Gang, I'm not talking about that good officer who shakes his head and feels immobilized and feels helpless that he can't do anything. I understand where you're coming from. I've heard this from cops that I know numerous times, that, you know, like, what am I going to do? You know, I got a house, I got a wife, I got a car payment, kids to take care of. And as we all know, when a good cop stands up and says something, that he will quickly be handled. Meaning he'll be harassed, he'll get put on the night shift, he'll get crazy schedules so he can't sleep right. Yeah, that's what happens. And this comes from firsthand from cops I know that are retired. I'm not really friends with any cops that are working. I'm on a friendly basis. As I've always said, you can't be friends with a cop, but you can be friendly to a cop. The cops that I am friends with are all retired. They're like my age or older, and I know them well. They know me, and they don't hold back. They don't. They shake their heads at this crap all the time. They tell me it's disgusting, and I don't know what the solution is other than to keep exposing them and holding the chief and the captains and anybody responsible for hiring them and covering it up, to hold them responsible. That, you know, we just got to keep at it. We got to keep at it. I'm telling you, people, I watch these Facebook pages of police departments and it has an effect on them. It is affecting them. You know, we just got, you got to, like an ant, you know, you watch an ant, it's just one grain at a time. That's what we got to do. And if we do it enough times, maybe, you know, we can change something. We can change the hiring practice or whatever. So anyway, I'm John Van Dyke, New Jersey Exposed. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Till next time.